Thank you for staying with us. It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And I begin with the First News newspaper. The major story here says minimum wage, nationwide strike cripples key services. Minimum wage, nationwide strike cripples key services. The riders there, businesses, airports, hospitals, power supply, grounded. ASU, TCN, others join as unrest escalates. Federal government begs Labour to return to negotiation table. Fixes meeting with union leaders Tuesday, that's today. And right here, CBN revokes Heritage Bank PLC's license to safeguard financial stability. That conversation we just had. An unknown gunman killed village head in Taraba. That's had one there. At the top corner, we have 494,000 naira minimum wage demand, unrealistic. Labour Party says, urges federal government, Labour, to return to negotiation table. Another story here quickly. World Bank pledges $45 billion to combat food crisis in Africa. Others. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the First News newspaper. To the New Telegraph now. Nigeria in darkness, airports, others shut down as Labour cripples economic activities. They're still talking about the minimum wage demand. And the riders there, we are not on strike, NMA is saying. A return to negotiation table, Labour Party says, consider plight of Nigerians, implement living wage. Christian Association of Nigeria is saying 494,000 naira minimum wage may lead to job losses. Federal government has said government insincere minimum wage should be 100,000 naira. Ex-NLC president. Labour waging economic war on Nigeria. OPS. Now, challenges facing judiciary eroding public confidence, Yusuf has said. And Dubai visa face-off resolved, UAE to lift ban on Nigerians soon. That's what the minister is saying. Peanut products lower allergy risk in kids. A study you might want to read on strike. Federal government can't impose minimum wage on governors. Local government, private sector. Munyejocha has said. Right, those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the New Telegraph. To the Daily Independent newspaper. Labour cuts power, shuts courts, airports, ministries, schools. The riders there, indigenous airline operators lament loss of over 1 billion naira. Labour leaders chase workers away from offices and duty posts. Federal government, Labour reach agreement on minimum wage. And CAN urges dialogue compromise to resolve ongoing strike, laments economic impact of action on vulnerable citizens. Rivers crisis, tempest over, now it's time for quality projects. This is like ask the federal government, Labour to dialogue in Nigerians' interest. Stakeholders worry over timing of Heritage Bank's license revocation. NDIC commences bank liquidation to pay depositors. Reps assure on safeguarding depositors' funds. All right, those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Daily Independent. To the Business AM, still talking about matters bordering on minimum wage. NLC TUC talk Nigeria's economic crisis edge with nationwide strike. And the other story there, rates expectations shape global currencies but to stay higher in 2024. Some stories you find on the front page of the Business AM. To the Guardian newspaper now. Business is grown as Labour grounds economic activities. There's a pictures of workers or travelers at the airport and some other places, and Labour there, picketing some offices there. And then another story here, strike, Parsons shuts down National Assembly, cuts electricity supply. NLC tackles federal government National Assembly for prioritizing national anthem bill over workers' welfare. Mandate INEC to learn from South Africa's Paul Uriwa, that's the Human Rights Watch, tells National Assembly. Judicial discretion when bench's disposition goes against the law. All right, those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. Ibrahim.
The first with me here is the Nigerian News Direct. The labor strike, federal government commits to minimum wage over 60,000 naira. Tripartite committee to meet daily to determine new wage. Nationwide blackouts as labor shuts down national grid. CBN gives nod to OPay, PalmPay, others to resume onboarding new customers. Geregu Power, Siemens Energy, Inc. deal to upgrade generation capacity to 1,200 megawatts. Now, OPEC retains Nigeria's crude quota at 1.5 million barrels per day for 2025. Heritage Bank loses banking license as NDIC assures depositors of payment of dividends. Debt profile, Cardoso preaches transparency, interagency collaboration to foster investors' confidence. Next is Leadership newspaper. Federal government begs as labor grounds Nigeria over minimum wage. Next is the Platform Times. Strike, federal government labor reach agreement on minimum wage. Aviation experts slam Ogun Agro Cargo Airport as ineffective, wasteful. Strike, Nigerian pilgrims stranded as plane returns empty to Saudi Arabia. Unilorin expels students for allegedly demanding ransom for missing colleague. NDIC to pay Heritage Bank depositors 5 million naira maximum insured deposits. Shelve your strike till after Hajj. Operators beg labor. Court sentences woman to death for ex-husband's brutal murder. CBN revokes Heritage Bank's license over financial instability. Tinubu to Labour, 9.5 trillion naira wage bill will cripple economy. And patients stranded in Ogun hospitals as nationwide strike takes toll. Next is Daily News Hub. Strike, Labour grounds Nigeria, federal government blows hot, cold. As ASU, TCN, 30 other unions down tools. Workers shut down national grid, cut water, electricity supply to Aso Rock, National Assembly, airport. Judiciary workers lock out judges, lawyers from Abuja courts, passengers stranded at Lagos, Abuja airport, etc. And on the ear of the newspaper, strike will aggravate hardship. 494,000 naira minimum wage unrealistic. That's according to Labour Party. Yobe doctors boycott nationwide strike. Say we are not NLC's affiliate. Alleged influx of bandits, Abuja safe. Police assure residents. Heritage Bank's license revocation. NDIC begins verification, payment of depositors. RCCG suspends transfers City of David's pastor, Iluyomade. Now, Unilorin expels students for demanding ransom from missing colleagues' parents. Acceding to Labour's demands will cripple Nigeria's economy, that's according to presidency. And on the bottom strip, Biden's son, Hunter, stands trial in gun charge. Next is the Daily Times. Minimum wage, federal government reaches compromise with organized labor amid nationwide strike, commits to pay national minimum wage above 60,000 naira. Tinubu to Nigerians, put nation first, rise above politics for greater success, calls unity of purpose to enhance Nigeria's infrastructural development. Heritage Bank finally sinks as CBN removes life support. Abia soldiers killing. Kalu inaugurates peace fund for victims. Federal government plans brigade to promote citizenship, core values. Niger government signs engagement bond with 30 student doctors. And above the masthead, NLC refutes TCN's alleged falsehood amid nationwide strike as federal government summons tripartite committee on national minimum wage meeting. Next is the Nation newspaper. Wage, federal government, labor sign pact. Next is the Punch newspaper. Minimum wage. AGF tackles Labour as National Assembly fails to stop strike. AGF says planned strike violates court order. Federal government insists on 60,000 naira. Gencos threaten shutdown as debit hits 3.7 trillion naira. Naira devaluation pushes listed firms' forex debt over near 4 trillion naira. And then CBN clears $830 million foreign airlines trapped funds. IATA. Ex-worker accomplice kill Lagos businessman, steal 3.2 million naira or 32 million naira or 3.2 million naira, not so clear. Now 24,535 candidates to retake UTME June the 22nd. That's according to the JAM. JAM. There's a Punch newspaper. And last but not least is the Nation Sport Alive. 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. Lukman Okoye Iwobi in today. 15 players in camp as Eagles prepare for Bafana in Uyo. 5 others hit Lagos, Abuja. Arsenal plots 2 players swap plus cash for cement strategy to bring down Nigerians' 110 million pounds fee. I'm open to any big move. Nwabali. West Ham now open to selling Zuma. Arsenal could raise 129.5 million pounds from players' sale. Bayern step up pursuit of Fernandes. Arsenal to reluctantly sell 30 million euro rated Nketiah. Liverpool Tottenham make contact over Turkey. And also Chelsea confirm Maresca's appointment. Liverpool told to pay 50 million pounds for Mbeumo. Well, that's all we have for the newspapers up for review this morning.
All right. I believe that our viewers have been updated so they can pick up any